Hi, I'm Rashid Ahmed joining you all with Lankan Mentor. Today we are going to discuss about the second part of the grade 10 chapter 4 logic gates. Now in the previous lesson we looked at basic logic gates, AND gate, OR gate and NOT gate. So today we'll be covering about combinational logic gates. There are two types of combinational gates that you have to learn, NOR gate and NAND gate. So before we go deep into these NOR gates and NAND gates, we'll just try to take an idea about what these combinational gates are, why they are combined and what is the use of combining them. Okay. Now you might have come across, in every household there may be some electronic equipment. Let's say this refrigerator or fridge and washing machine, TV, oven, toaster, a lot of equipment, right? So these things are combined inside with logic circuits. There are logic circuits in each of these appliances. Now a fridge is also a computer, right? We call it a computer, but a fridge or a refrigerator is a special purpose computer. It is not a general purpose computer. Now what we have now, a laptop is a general purpose computer. We can do many works using a laptop, but using a refrigerator you cannot watch movies, you cannot type documents. Refrigerator is to cool stuff, cool food items. So refrigerator is also a computer, but it is a special purpose computer. So likewise, every equipment, every electronic equipment that we use, that we have in the world has logic circuits inside it, but they are combined using different logical circuits. Why? Because you need different outputs at different situations. The gates are combined to get different outputs. Okay. Now take this example like your mobile phone or a smartphone. Now even they have these small chips inside. Sometimes you might have heard now in your family or some friends, let's say a smartphone went dead or smartphone is not working. So when the owner takes the phone to a phone shop and then repairing shop, and when they give it there, they say, okay, the people at the repairing shop, they say the IC is dead, IC is gone. So what is this IC is gone? What is an IC? IC means integrated circuits. So these ICs are responsible for an ample of functions in a smartphone. Not only smartphone, a lot of electronic devices. Now these ICs have different functions. Even these ICs have a lot of logic gates and combinational gates. So we are going to look into the combinational gates and how they help us in the daily life, right? We'll look into that. NOR gate. So NOR gate is one of the combinational gates. It is made up of two basic logic gates, NOT gate and OR gate, right? So it is like this. You have an OR gate and a NOT gate. So it is combined together to make up the NOR gate. Now this is the symbol of NOR gate, but you see when we separate it out of this NOR gate, it comes out as an OR gate and a NOT gate. So you see, if let's put A and B here, right? So it comes out as A plus B, and when A plus B comes out of the NOT gate, it becomes A plus B bar, right? Same thing, it is the same thing with NOR gate. Now if you put A here and B here, first you do the addition part, A plus B and then you take the not part, so plus b bar. So this is how it happens. A and B, so it is added and then you take the complement. But those two steps are done in a single step here. Now we look into the truth table of NOR gate. A, B, A plus B bar. Now remember this, when you are using one of the NOR gates, right? One of the NOR gates, now you don't have A plus B separately like this. There is no A plus B separately, but it is a good practice. It is a good thing to write A plus B first and then A plus B bar again, right? Remember that when you have A plus B bar or a combinational gate, even if you have NOR gate or a NAND gate, better to write A plus B first and then A plus B bar again, like this, right? So 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Okay. So now we'll do the calculation. A plus B. Then you have 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 0 1, 1 plus 1 1. Now you have A plus B bar. It is the opposite. Then you have 1. 1 means 0 0 0. Now that's it. That is the truth table for NOR gate. Now why I told you to write these things separately is because if you don't have this step, if you don't have A plus B, then you might confuse. You might make some mistakes. So to be safe on the side without making mistakes, you can do the calculation if you write them separately. Right? Okay. Now we'll go to the next combinational gate, NAND gate. Right, this is the NAND gate. The NAND gate is also a combinational gate made up of two basic logic gates. It is made up of AND gate and a NOT gate, right? Just like this. AND gate, after that you have a NOT gate. Simple. Now let's say you put A and B here. So after passing the AND gate, you have A dot B, right? So A dot B comes out of the NOT gate as A dot B bar. Okay? So now if you have the NAND gate for the same inputs, A and B, right? First you do the AND gate, A dot B, and then you do the NOT part. A dot B bar. So this is how it is made, right? The same output over here. So then let's go to the truth table. A, B, A dot B, A dot B. I'm putting A dot B first, right? A dot B separately and A dot B bar separately, as I told you before. A dot B bar. 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Right. Now we have A dot B. So multiplying 0 and 0 is 0, 0 and 1 is 0, 0 and 1 into 1 is 1. So now you have A dot B bar, which means the opposite. So you have 1 1 1 0. Right. So you see, again I'm saying better to write A dot B first and A dot B bar separately, because there is a possibility of making mistakes, right? If you write it together, like if you omit this thing, if you neglect this thing, and if you just write A dot B bar, then sometimes you may come up with mistakes, right? To avoid the mistakes, write A dot B first and A dot B bar second. Okay, right. So that's with the NOR gate and NAND gate. right? So another one more important thing I have to tell you, the NOR gate and NAND gate, they are also called universal gates. Universal gates. Now I don't think this is in your syllabus, but try to remember as a fact, right? NAND gate and NOR gate, they are also called universal gates because they are used in many integrated circuits to make the process of building these chips, building computer equipment, building electronic equipment easier, right? So these two are also called universal gates, right? Now next we'll move on to integrated circuits. Now, integrated circuits is nothing, right? You might have learned in the first chapter, right? It is the technology used in the third generation computers, right? Integrated circuits. So integrated circuits are also made up of these circuits, logic gates, right? So we'll look into that. Okay, integrated circuits. These integrated circuits are used in almost all of the electronic equipment these days. These are built of many, resistors, diodes, capacitors, and a lot of things. These ICs, they have those circuits and they are putting together into a small chip. Right. Now, in a microprocessor, you might have heard of a microprocessor. Microprocessor is also the CPU, right, that we use nowadays. So the CPU inside a smartphone or inside a computer is the processor. So these processors are built of ICs, right? The processors are built of ICs that contain logic circuits. CPUs are built of ICs that contain logic circuits. So then, now this is the outer appearance. I have just drawn it. You can go through your book for the visual diagram, right? Now this is just an out layout I have drawn for the integrated circuit or IC, and the top view would be something like this, not very similar. I have just drawn a sketch over here. Now you can observe there is a notch over here, like a small curve in the integrated circuit, right? This curve denotes something. See, when in the curve, you can have a small circular thing on the top part, on the surface of the IC. Now this is to denote which numbering position, the pin numbers, how the pin numbers are arranged. So after the notch, from the side of the notch, you have a hole, a small appearance, right? A small circular appearance. So from that point, you start number 1. From that side, you count from number 1. So it will be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then come here 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just like that. So almost all the ICs, they have this notch and the circular part, so you can identify what are the pins. Okay, so now this example over here, now ICs not only have NAND gates, but this example is about a integrated circuit. It's an integrated circuit with NAND gates. So see here, I'll take 1, 2, 3 pins number 1, 2, 3. So it is like this. Pin number 1, 2, and 3. Now let's say this is 1 is A and 2 is B. So what would be the answer over here? A and B going through a NAND gate. So it would be A dot B bar, right? So if you put 1 for A and 0 for B, let's say, so then it would be like this: 1 and 0. 1 into 0, 0, and the opposite of 0 is 1. Opposite of 0 is 1. Let's say both are 0. 0 into 0, 0. The opposite of 0 is 1. Again, 1 and 1. So 1 multiplied by 1. 1 into 1 is 1. And then the opposite of 1 is 0. Just like that. So these pins, right, these are called pins. So these pins, they are arranged in such a way that they can be fitted into electronic circuit boards, right? So that is how they connect it. Now, these can be connected to wires. A lot of wires, or we call it bus. Bus. A bus means it is a terminal that takes signals, that transports signals. Now, if you open up a electronic circuit board, you can see small lines on the circuit board. There are lines going above. Those lines are called bus. Those lines take these signals, right? Okay. Now ICs, as I told you earlier, they are used in a lot of electronic equipment. So in electronic equipment, even take your television, refrigerator, washing machine, oven, computers, phones, anything. These ICs and combinational circuits, all of these are used to construct the whole circuit. So now, I hope you might have gotten an idea about integrated circuits and where they are applied, right? So you should have some exercises in your textbook, so you can try them now. And I'm going to discuss some examples of mixing up combinational gates and logic gates. So we'll draw some circuits and then we'll find the output and draw the truth table. Right, now look at this example. We have an OR gate and a NAND gate, right? This is a NAND gate and this is an OR gate. Now, it's simple to do this circuit, right? We'll first find the output and then we'll draw the truth table. When you consider this OR gate, the inputs are A and B, so it is A plus B. A plus B. Now A plus B is one input for this NAND gate. What is the other input? B. So B and A plus B. So A plus B multiplied by B, right? A plus B into B bar. A plus B is one input, B is another input, so A plus B into B bar. Bar is for the whole thing, right? Now you cannot write this separately. Now the final output of this is A plus B dot B bar, right? You have to write it like this. The bar is for the whole thing. You cannot write it like A plus B bar dot B bar. This is wrong. Don't put this. This is wrong, right? Now there are situations when it comes separately, right? So I'll discuss that in another example. And why have I put some bracket over here? A plus B dot B. That is because to separate it, to show it separately. Now A plus B is one input and B is the other input. Now A plus B dot B. See, Now rather than this, a plus b into b. This is more meaningful, right? That is why I have separated it using brackets. Okay, so now we'll go to the truth table of this circuit. First we have a, b, a plus b, a plus b dot b, and then you go for the other final output, a plus b dot b bar. I told you earlier, we write one expression without the bar first and then we combine it together to be sure of not making mistakes. Right, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Right, now a plus b, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 0, 1, 1 plus 1 is 1. Right, now you have another step, a plus b into b. So a plus b multiplied by b. What are you going to see? 0 into 0, 0, 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 0, 0, 1 into 1, 1. Right, now a plus b dot b, same thing, bar, a plus b dot b bar. So it is the opposite of this, 1, 0, 1, 0. Easy, right? So it is very important that you don't write this in a single column and make mistakes, okay? Right, so I hope you have understood this. We'll go for another example and I'll discuss the possibilities of errors in that too. Right, now let's look at this example. This circuit has two NOT gates, an AND gate and a NOR gate, right? Now we'll find the output of this and draw the truth table. First we go through the NOT gate. A comes out of the NOT gate as A bar, B comes out of the NOT gate as B bar. So from the AND gate you multiply them. So A bar into B bar, A bar multiplied by B bar, right? You don't put straight like this. A bar dot B bar, this is correct. A bar dot, this is wrong here, right? Okay. A bar dot B bar is one input for this NOR gate and the other input is B. So A bar dot B bar added by B. So A bar dot B bar plus B. See, A bar dot B bar is one input, B is another input. So A bar dot B bar plus B the whole bar. Why? There is a NOT gate over there. So you add it and then take the complement. You can put a full bar. Right? Okay. Now we'll draw the truth table. A, B, A bar, B bar, A bar dot B bar, A bar dot B bar added by B plus B, A bar dot B bar plus B opposite, right? Now you have A, B, A bar, B bar, A bar dot B bar, there you go. Yes, I wrote A bar separately, B bar separately and then A bar dot B bar here, because if you just write A bar dot B bar simply without these things, there is a possibility of making errors, right? So write A bar first, B bar, and then this. Okay? Right, so A bar means the opposite of A, so 1, 1, 0, 0. So B bar means opposite of B, so 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Right, now you have to multiply A bar dot B bar. Right, so 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 0, 0, 0 into 1, 0, 0 into 0, 0. Right. You have A bar dot B bar. Here A bar dot B bar plus B. So you have to multiply, add. You have to add A bar plus B dot B bar with B. So A bar dot B bar plus B is this. These two. Right. So 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 0, 1, 0 plus 0, 0, 1 plus 0, 1. So 1, 1, 0, 1. You have the answer. Now, A bar dot B bar plus B, taking the opposite. A bar dot B bar plus B opposite. So 0, 0, 1, 0. That is your final output. Right? Okay. So I hope you guys have understood this, and this thing you would have also understood. Now here we write it separately. You see A bar dot B bar. Okay, right. So we have discussed two examples in combinational logical circuits. So I hope you can now try new questions, and then if you have any problems you can drop me a message so that I can help you. Right. Now next we have to look into something called sensors. Now many student has a problem with this sensor part. So what is sensor? What does it do? So don't take it as a big problem. It is not a problem at all. Sensors are daily things that we see. Now you see in a car, right? I think I have told this example before. Now if you open the door and then if you close it, if it didn't close properly, you get a signal inside the car. You get a beep sound or a light, right? Now take your smartphone. Just take your smartphone. If you are in a call, you are calling somebody, right? So if you place your phone near your head or near your ear, the screen light goes off. The screen light is off. But if you take it again, the light comes on. You place it again near your ear, the light goes off. How does it happen? Sensors. Right now, in your phone, there are sensors. So what do these sensors do? They are programmed, right? If there is no light coming to the sensor, then the screen goes off. If you take it back, there is light coming to the sensor, so the screen comes on. So just like that, these sensors are also built up of logical circuits, logic gates, right? So we look at one example, then I hope you will be clear about it. Okay, now look at this example of sensors, right? This is a question from your textbook, page number 127. It is about a car protection circuit designed by a car motor manufacturing company, right? So now they are saying, what is the question there? Warn if there is movement in the car when the engine is not on. This means when the engine is off. When the engine is off, if the car is moving, how can a car move if the engine is not on, right? So that circuit should warn if there is movement in the car when the engine is off, right? And warn if the shutter is damaged. What is the shutter? The windows, right? So if a shutter is damaged when the engine is off, then it should alert, right? Now this is the diagram they have given you. So you have to fill in the blanks. So there are three sensors. They say there are three sensors, right? One for the engine sensor to see whether the engine is on. If the engine is on, it should be 1, right? If the engine is on, it would be 1, right? And shutter damage sensor. So this sensor would see what? If there is a damage to the shutter, if a window is broken, if a shutter got broken, it would become 1. If a window got broken, it would become 1. Right. And movement sensor. If the vehicle is moving, it will become 1. That sensor will become 1. Right? Just like that. So, the same opposite. If the engine is off, it is 0. If there is no damage, it is 0. There is no movement, it is 0. Okay. Now we'll look into the scenarios, right? First, we'll see if there is movement in the car while engine is off. Now, if the engine is off, right? If the engine is off, it would be 0, right? The engine is off. Now, if there is movement, the alarm should sound. The alarm should work, right? So, if there is movement when the engine is off, so movement means 1, right? 1. So now, we have to think of 2 gates over here. Now, randomly, I'll select AND gate for this thing. First, we'll try with AND gate, right? Now, this 0 coming out of this is 1, okay? And movement sensor, shutter damage, no shutter damage, so it is 0. Then 0 and 1 out of the AND gate is 0 into 1, sorry, 0. 0 into 1 is 0. Now then you have another gate. Now the question says this circuit is built up of basic logic gates, right? This circuit is built up of basic logic gates. So what are the basic logic gates you have? AND, OR, NOT, right? So we have an AND gate, a NOT gate. We'll try OR gate there, right? Now you have 1 and 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. Alright, so the alarm will work. But there is a problem. What is the problem? Now let's say there is no movement. There is no movement and the engine is off. There is no movement but the engine is off. No shutter damage, no movement. Then the alarm should not work, right? The alarm should not work. But you see, if the engine is off here, it comes out as 1 from the NOT gate. So again, 0 into 0, 0, but here 1. So 1 plus 0 is 1. The alarm is working even if there is no movement or there is no shutter damage. So is it possible? No. So this setup is not possible, right? Okay. Now we'll try the other way around, right? We'll put an OR gate over here and AND gate over here. Okay. Now we'll see the possibilities. The first thing, the engine is off, which means 0. Then we are seeing if there is movement. If there is movement, it is 1. let's say no shutter damage, right? No shutter damage. But then this is an OR gate, so 0 plus 1 is 1, right? And 0 coming out of the NOT gate is 1. So 1 into 1 from the AND gate is 1. Then the alarm is working. Now this condition is fine. When the engine is off, right? When the engine is off, there is movement, so the alarm is working. Fine. Now we'll look at the second thing. When the engine is off, there is a shutter damage, but no movement. There is no movement, that is a shutter damage. Still, 1 plus 0 is 1. So this 1 and 0 coming out of this NOT gate is 1. So 1 into 1 is 1. Still, the alarm will work. So if there is a shutter damage, then you have 1. Right. We'll look at the other situation. No shutter damage, no movement. Means all are 0. Engine is also off. Right? Engine is off, no shutter damage, no movement in the car. Then the alarm should not work. Right? The alarm should not work. See, 0 plus 0, 0. Engine is off, so 0 coming out of there is 1. 1 multiplied by 0, 1 into 0 is 0. So the alarm is not working. Right? The alarm is not working. No shutter damage, no movement. So fine. Right? This is the circuit then. So likewise, when you are doing these kind of situations, when you are doing these kind of questions, right? Remember this. When you are doing this type of questions, you have to take it into your mind first. Okay, what would be this circuit and how this would work, right? Put up the scenarios, write them down as points, right? Write the points down and look at each and every possibility. Okay, try by drawing several gates, and then you will come up with an idea. Okay, it should work like this. That is how sensor questions are handled, right? So this is very easy if you are doing some practices. If you do some past paper questions, then it would be very easy for you to grab the point, right? The very basic and main thing here is you have to get the idea first. You have to go through the question and get the idea of the circuit. After that, you can come up with some possibilities. You can write down the scenarios. What will happen? What will happen? What will happen? Right? So then you can try to think of a logical circuit there. Right? That is how you approach these sensor-based questions. Right? So sensors is not difficult at all. Right? You only have to focus on the question. That's it. Okay. So I hope we have come to the end of logical gates, logic gates. So we have learned basic logic gates, and we have learned combinational logic gates and ICs and sensors. So after doing these, I hope you have gotten a clear idea of the 4th chapter in your grade 10 ICT book. So take some short notes and then put up a summary of the lesson so that you will not forget. And the very best method of remembering something is if you understood a particular subject, if you understood a particular unit or chapter or even a small thing, teach it. Teach somebody else. Then you will never forget that. You will remember it forever. Right? Teach somebody else of whatever you understood. Because we rise by helping others. If we help others, we are not losing anything. We are gaining more, right? So let's help others in learning. Saying this, I would like to wind up. So we'll meet in another video. Till then, thank you for watching, and please give me your feedback through the comment section. Thank you. And please don't forget to subscribe.